He was a great receiver for the Giants, the Niners, and the Broncos, and now his son, Christian McCaffrey, the best hips in college football, may win himself a Heisman. He plays in the Pac-12 championship tomorrow. Ed McCaffrey joining us in the Herd. Ed, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Joy to be on the show. Appreciate you having me.
You know, when you have a son and he's terrific, I imagine 8, 9, 10 years old, you're sitting there with your wife and you're like, oh, he's a pretty good player. I mean, you were obviously a great player in the NFL and in college. Was there a moment when you looked at Christian and you turned to your wife and you said, he may be able to play major football here?
Yeah, well, you never know. When they're 6 years old and they're scoring 5 or 6 touchdowns, you can always say, well, they're only 6 years old. Who knows what they're going against here? But, my career is a lot different. I was always a decent player, but I never tore it up the way Christian did. And I know that when he got to about 7th grade and I couldn't catch him in the backyard, I thought, you know what, he might have a little something.
You know, your last couple years, you had some injuries, and you were a guy that would catch the ball in traffic. And as a father with a son now, I ask all the players on this show, all the injuries, the concussion movie, you've played in the league, your son takes shots. Does it worry you? How do you watch a game with your son now? Is it tough sometimes?
Yeah, I watch as a father, so any parent that has a kid that competes in anything, right? We love our kids. We just want them to be happy. We want them to grow up as good, moral citizens, and we want them to have some success, and we just give them love and support. That's what we do as parents. And so that's how I watch a game. He's got his coaches and his teammates, and he's out there doing his thing. I'll tell you this, though, as a parent of 4 boys, our oldest is a wide receiver at Duke. We have Christian. We have 2 in high school. Anybody that has boys know these guys have energy. And so if they're not playing football, they're skateboarding, they're climbing trees, they're playing tag in the backyard, they're doing paintball. I mean, they're not going to sit there and do nothing. And so the way I look at it is, hey, there's rules within the sport of football, and they can get in, hopefully great shape and work and learn all the things you learn in life about teamwork and hard work and overcoming adversity in a controlled environment. I mean, my kids have been to the emergency room for falling off decks, getting in bike crashes, skateboarding, falling out of trees. I mean, you name it. So, there's 2 ways to look at it. One, it's a violent collision sport, but also my guys just have the personality where, at least they're not squirrel jumping off mountains and doing crazy stuff like that. So it's a organized aggression, I guess.